Hey everybody, my name is Regina. I'm a pet groomer at Woof Gang Bakery and Grooming in Santa Clara, and this is our Corgi Luna, and she's in here today for a full groom. Obviously, we will not be giving her a haircut, but we will be giving her a paw pad, trim, sanitary, and a cute corgi butt, and maybe remove a little bit in her belly area. Also, she will be having an upgrade as a hairy beast because she's definitely hairy beast. So it will be a de-shedding shampoo and conditioner with lots of brushing. Also, she will be getting a blueberry pie facial upgrade and teeth brushing. Before we start any groom, we will put our dogs on the table to check their coat, to make sure that there's no mats, impacted stuff, no wounds, fleas, ticks, anything which can prevent us from grooming or which need attention before bathing, before wetting these areas. We can take a look everywhere to see if there's no ear issues. We'll definitely doing this with the pet owner in the check-in area, but also then we're putting them on the table and making sure again to double check to make sure that there's nothing going on wrong. So we need to make any updates or any special treatment. So her hair and coat looks good, her ears look good, eyes, teeth. It's a little bit dirty, but looks good, and we definitely see there's lots of shedding. And before we will go into the bath, I will definitely give her a little bit brush just to remove anything already kind of what was leaving. Now what I will do is I give her a paw pad trim. So I will use my 40 blade to make it clean. Then I'll switch my blade for a little bit longer to check her sani area. So we're usually not shaving any double coated dogs, but she has a little bit of staining on her sani area, so I will remove that a little bit. Now I will do our nail trim. We always try to make nail trims before bath and at the beginning of the service to make sure that we are able to do that. Always make sure that there's no dew claws, or if there is, we need to trim them. It's a really popular mistake to forget about that. We also want to trim nails before bath to make sure that there is no long nails which can be caught in a bath break. Overall, I think Luna is ready for a bath now, and we will move to our bathing section. Okay, now we have Luna in a bathing section, and today we will be using a blueberry facial, which helps like whiten the area, eliminates any stains. She's definitely not in a big need of that, but we would like her to smell good. And since she's shedding a lot, we will be using hair-based shampoo and conditioner, which is all in a dilution bottles because they all concentrated originally. So we can see that we're using our eye groom de-shedding products and our Tropiclean Spa blueberry. So first we want to do is to use our eye wash to make sure that their eyes protected and clean. Next, what we will do is to put 2 cotton balls in their ears to protect it from the water. Okay, so we're using lukewarm water, definitely not cold, not hot, just lukewarm, and start to just wetting her coat down. What I will do right now is to put a picture on her. For me personally, I always start with facial. Also, blueberry pie facial need at least to work on the area, like if it's very stains or anything, to help it to remove it and whiten it. But I also like to do facials twice, just because face is always, you know, like the first point of a contact with the owner, with anybody, and you want them to smell good, look good. So we definitely will do it 2 times to make sure that her face is clean and smells good. Now we will move on to our Hairy Beast shampoo. And we'll always make sure to use enough product. There is no policy in our Woof Gang salons to use like small amounts, you know, like safe products. No, we're using just enough to make sure that we clean. Okay, and we're always like working good in our paw pads, our white areas, sanitary areas. Also with Hairy Beast, we want to make sure that we working shampoo really good into big amounts of hair. Massaging it really good. Okay, and now we will rinse off facial and shampoo, and we'll go to a second facial and a conditioner. Now when we're done with rinsing, we will do a second set of facial. Of course, our facials are all tearless, but we still wanted to avoid them to get into the eyes. And at the end, we also will do an eye rinse to make sure that there's no debris and no soap into the eye. Okay, and let's work our Hairy Beast conditioner in. Okay, and you can see my hands all in her hair, so she's definitely a Hairy Beast. And for our conditioners, especially for Hairy Beast, we always want to make sure that we have time to work as any conditioner, even for people. And so we at least need to give it 5 minutes to work. And usually while I'm waiting this 5 minutes, I'm making sure to massage them again, clean their eyes, and brush their teeth if they need it. And also we can check her anal glands if she needs to express them. So I will start again with massaging her, just to make her feel comfortable and safe. So cleaning eyes, any boogers, any wrinkles, or like if there's tear stains, we wanted to make sure to brush through that with the facial. We're using the flea comb. She not really needs that, but I will show you how we use it. We usually apply light strokes to make sure that there is no pain into the eye. Next, what I will do, I will ask her to turn, and that's definitely not the most pleasure procedure, but some dogs have problems with their anal glands and it smells pretty foul. So usually to check it, we will squeeze their areas around the anus to make sure that there's nothing inside. And she doesn't show any discomfort, and I don't think she really needed that, but to make sure, double check. And we always want to put a conditioner in there to make sure that all smells and all liquids will be washed off. Scrub it really well. Good job. Again, let's massage her, make her relax. Next, what I will do is teeth brushing, we're using professional care dental gel. We have this double headed toothbrush. Usually some groomers use only one side, and you know, sometimes they break it in two. For bigger dogs, not like extra small, not chihuahuas or something like that, but anything bigger, I would prefer to use both to make sure, you know, first, like with a big head, we will just make sure to clean overall, and then with the small head, we will make sure that there's any small areas which we can clean more thoroughly. Good girl. Now we'll put gel on the smaller side, and we will make sure to go through any small like this. And of course we dispose of it right afterwards. Next, what I like to do, especially for hairy beasts, for any dish shed, I brush, curry brush, which helps to massage and remove all of it. And you can see how much hair we remove. I'll add a little bit more extra, massage it, and I think we will be ready to rinse. And Luna is definitely doing great for her bath. There's a lot of people who are asking if hairy beast in de-shading treatment is really helpful, and I can show you that. So that's all hair that Luna lost today, and so yes, it's really helpful and it really works. And I'm always doing a double rinse, so we're doing first rinse like more of a visual to remove all, you know, like gel, soap, and then we will do a squeak test. So we kind of like remove water and doing light squeezes to feel where is conditioner or shampoo is left. Show you even more, that's the second rinse, and here again. Okay, now we'll do a second squeak test, and I feel like there's still a little bit left. So now we will repeat your eye rinse. Just make sure that there's nothing in the eye, and use our first towel. Towel. And I think me and Luna are ready to go to a drying table, right Luna? So now me and Luna are in a drying area, and we will put a happy hoodie on Luna to make sure that she calmer and she doesn't hear so much noise. But I need to tell you, she's really opinionated about her being dried, so she will tell you how upset she is with that. So bear with us. And of course, we also want to use ear protection for groomers for us, because it's really loud in here. So what has happened right now is my co-workers came in with a question, and that happens actually a lot. We often need to pause or like stop our service or grooming to make sure that we can answer questions for clients who is maybe on the phone or up front. We're always ready to help. We're always happy to answer questions, and it's great. So call us with any questions, come on in with any questions, and we are happy to help. So let's continue with Luna. Okay, what I will do now is remove your happy hoodie. You heard that she is not fan of her paws being dry, which is totally normal. A lot of dogs doesn't like their paws or face being dry, their belly, and that is okay. We happy to work with that, and definitely for more scared dogs, we're trying to do lower settings. We're trying to accommodate their needs, and of course we have the option of kennel drying. We rarely want to use that. We don't want them spend time in the kennel, but there is dogs who is really afraid of drying, and so we are happy to help them with 15 minutes of kennel drying. Then we repeat towel drying, and we can repeat kennel drying for 15 minutes. With Luna, we can do usual drying. It's actually one of my favorite parts of a grooming because you're spending a lot of time one-on-one with dog and just air, so you're not using any tools really except for the air, and it helps to work with them, to connect with them, to see how they're doing. And as you saw, there was a little bit of snow here at some moment when Luna was losing all of her hair. And for now, for final part of our drying process, I will remove the nozzle because we don't want to put such a high pressure on their faces or their private areas. So also for that, usually dry without nozzle. So I will put it back on right now, and we will finish drying Luna. Okay, so we're finished with drying, and then we will move to our grooming table to finish the grooming and give her final touches. Okay, so now with Luna on a grooming table, I a little bit change your point of view so you can see how we will be working on her corgi butt. But first, let's go through standard procedure. So because she is a hairy beast, we will start with brushing her. And hairy beasts, it's lots of brushing. We need to make sure that we brush all out, but I need to make a point that it's also not too much brushing. We don't want to cause them any brush burns, any irritations, but it's more than usual groom because we want to make sure that we will remove all of the shedded coat. And with that type of coat, I like to use different brushes, and the first ones I like to do is Forminator, which is exactly designed for removing undercoat and de-shedding. So I will start with that. And with de-shed and with any de-shed tool, we need to be really careful because that can easily cause a burn or irritation. So you never want to push too much, just enough to remove old coat. And since I groom Luna for many years, I know that it's one of her favorite procedures done in a grooming. She loves being brushed. And you know, probably will change your point of view again for a moment. For now, before we will start making her work on her butt, so you can just see. Tool I like to use is that type of curry brush. It helps with shed a lot, especially in the more short-haired dogs who like to shed. because we don't want to use on them any like brushes with teeth because it can hurt their skin, and this works miracles for them. Another tool we have is that type of like bristle brush. I don't think it's really good for Luna, but again, it can be used for dogs who is more short hair. And of course, for the areas when I will be doing a haircut, which is a butt and maybe a little bit on her belly and her chest, we want to use a comb to make sure that there's no knots, there's nothing doing up. Okay, so now when we finish with the first stage of brushing, always trying to remove hair from the table as much as possible so it's not in the way. And yes, we're doing it on the floor, but at the end of the groom, of course, we will clean all this up. But now we want it to be out of the way. So let's recheck her paw pads, see if anything came out after the bath, to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Now what I will do is to check your Sammy again. It's much better looking now after the bath. We actually don't even need to do anything, which is great. Okay, next what I will do is ear cleaning.
You have a minute?
Yeah, give me a second. Okay, we are back. So our camera got low on the battery, so we're still learning. We're still learning how to make videos for you guys, and we'll get better at that. So, and as you can see, we'll just want to make it a little bit neater and tighter. And in my opinion, the best way to make sure that wiggle butt is looking great is to make it wiggle. Right, Luna? Right? Do you want to wiggle butt for me? No? I probably need to ask somebody to come because that's when she will wiggle her butt. Go! Okay, so we are done right here. Let me just make sure that there's nothing sticking out. Yes, that's look good. You know, like more you touch it, more you will try to clean something up. Other thing I will check is her paws. She doesn't have really anything sticking out of her paws, but just to make it a little bit more neater. And that is it for our broom. Let me give her another brush. And that's a good way also of checking how her butt looks. That's a good shake, and that's actually great thing what she did. She shaked, and I can see now if there's anything I wanna correct or change. So let me remove hair from the table as much as possible. And yeah, now I can see that I want to correct a little bit here. And now for the final touches, we will give her a spray of cologne and make sure that it's not going into her face. And there's our bandana. Just put it on. Also, Luna will go home with our bag of treats and a little thank you card. And let's take her out from the table, turn to the camera, and let's say thank you to Luna for being our star today. She looked good, smells good, seems fresh, and has her fresh corgi butt done. Let me turn her around to see for you to see her corgi butt again. And that was our groom for Luna. So it was a full groom with a hairy beast, blueberry pie, and teeth brushing updates. Thank you so much for being with us, guys. It was such a pleasure to make this video for you and work with Luna. And I hope to see you in the next video.